They say that children and animals are more sensitive when it comes to detecting the spirit world. And as you'll see from this story, it seems even horses are able to pick up traces of something supernatural. In this story, we have footage of what appears to be a ghost at a riding school in Kent. And when we went there to film, we discovered that the horses distinctly didn't like the spot where the ghost was seen. When Martin Emmett took his VHS recorder to film his daughter's riding lesson, he unwittingly recorded a strange image lurking in the background of the film.
It was towards late afternoon on a Sunday in November, getting a little bit dark. We'd been videoing for probably about an hour. Seen nothing untoward whatsoever, nothing unusual there. The following day, I'd gone away. I phoned home in the evening, and my wife, who'd been looking at the video to see if riding was as bad as she thought it was, had noticed that there was a figure appearing on the film. She, when I phoned up, she told me about it. I misunderstood what she was talking about and thought we'd had a problem with the aerial again. So put it on the list, I'll do it when I get back. When I got back, it was a case with my daughter, come and have a look at this. They showed me the video, didn't tell me what was on it, and asked me if I'd seen anything. And yeah, I'd seen this, what appeared to be a sort of a face, a figure, in the bushes.
Here is the footage that Martin shot that day, at speed, and now frame by frame.
Well, I've seen the tape. I saw it when shortly after Martin filmed it, and I actually took it to a film company to really see it close up, frame by frame. And to me, it looked like a pilgrim with a white collar. And I have an open view about it because I knew at the time it was quite thick in that particular area, and it wasn't easy to. And it was a dark, thick undergrowth, and it wouldn't have been very easy for someone to have stood there, let alone have walked to that area. And certainly our instructors wouldn't have let anyone walk around there. But it was quite clear on those one or two frames that I saw that there was an image there that to me looked like one of the pilgrims. I don't know.
We showed the footage to film editor Clem Pavey to see what he thought of the riding centre footage.
Looking at each of the frames, it seems that there's not been any actual intervention with the tape itself through any other electrical means. It hasn't been painted on, it hasn't been superimposed. The actual image itself is definitely part of the structure of the picture. The way the horses move across it, it tracks perfectly in time with them, which is usually a feature of films that have been tampered with.
When the Y-Files camera crew went to film some horse riding past the spot where the ghostly figure appeared, we had first-hand experience of the horses actually being spooked on that spot. Here, initially, this horse is unsure and kicks out. And on the next circuit, the horse stops, kicks out, stops again, and bucks. This time, the ears go back, and the horse is getting cross and starts to play up.
With Rosie, she decided she didn't like whatever's in the corner. She decided to buck, not to go forwards. She doesn't usually do that in any other schools, but it's just up in that one corner. It happens to most of the older horses, the ones that have been here for a while, and it happens every time they go up there.
Well, the horses went into the menage, and on the first circuit round to the corner immediately preceding where we saw this apparition, the first horse played up. It stopped, it bucked. The rider was having to urge it on in quite a considerable way. I mean, it wasn't something that was just a minor occurrence or anything like that. She had a real problem, and it wasn't only the first time it happened on a number of occasions after that.
It's strange, and it's been there. We've owned Cobham Manor for nearly 15 years now, and it's just common knowledge that horses spook in that particular corner. I don't know why. I must be honest, I'm a skeptic myself. But they do it in that corner. I can't explain it at all.
I've seen lots of horses not wanting to go in that corner, cutting it off quite a bit. If they're going past it, suddenly rush off, maybe a lot faster. Just flatly refusing to go up that end at all. Also, just stopping and not wanting to, or looking really scared. Their ears are bright ahead and they're snorting. Also, what else? Also, what we've heard there is that there's apparently a ghost there, which people have seen on the camcorder before, and that they was watching. They didn't see it when they were filming, and when they played the tape back, they saw this person standing there in black. You don't really know. It could be perhaps the ghost standing there watching. The horses can sense that or feel it, and they can't see it.
And here, after the ride, the horses are perfectly calm, walking back to their stables. So strange was the spot where the horses have been scared that the Wyrefiles enlisted the help of psychic Natalie Thompson to find out if she could sense this strange figure caught on the film.
The first time I saw the film, I was picking up really negative emotions, that it was a bad entity. I mean, most spirits and ghosts are very positive energies, they're not malignant in any way, but he was really angry and very, very evil in a way. He was intent on trying to get back, trying to get justice. And I thought, why is that? And then I had this very vivid dream. Sometimes I get information come in my dreams, and I was standing where Martin was filming, and I saw the ghost rising up out of the undergrowth, and its face, its neck seemed to elongate until its face was right close to mine like that, and then it screamed, and its breath, I can remember thinking, that's what death smells like, that's what rotten bodies smell like. And I woke up and I knew then that it was a plague victim. And when I asked the owner of the riding school about that, he said a whole settlement died out, a whole village which no longer exists, it's just a field now. A couple of 100 yards from here, from where I'm standing now, so it's obviously, I don't think I'm wrong in that. I mean, it's nice if it can be verified what you say. I mean, I could just be saying this and you can think, yeah, she's, you know, there's no way of proving it or disproving it. But I knew nothing about this area. And Mr. Broom said, unless you're a local, you wouldn't know that about the village that died out, which was very close to here. So I think that solves the mystery of the ghost and why it's still trapped here. And I don't think it will ever want to be moved on. All I can feel is like really a negative emotion. I feel standing here, I feel angry and depressed, and I think that's his dying thoughts, so I'm picking up on that, but I don't know, I mean, it's very negative.
But the horses aren't the only ones to see something strange on this small piece of land.
After the last film, many people came up and said to me, you won't believe this, James, but I've always felt spooky in that corner and the horses are spooked. I said, no, get away from it. Yes, really. But who knows? Is it because people think there's something there and they're spooking and not the horse? Who knows?
So, our guest psychic Natalie Thompson may have hit on something. Maybe the apparition is that of a plague victim. Certainly our footage, added to that of James Brummer's video, suggests that something supernatural is lingering out there in the field.
We just can't understand it at all. If somebody wants to disprove it, we're not going to be disappointed about it. But so far, nobody's been able to explain how something got onto a video that day that we never saw.